Whoa.
Sorry, I don't understand.
I like that voice. Oh. Hello, and welcome to Did You Mean to Say That? The podcast where we did not mean to say that. I'm your co-host, Erin.
I'm your co-host, Bobby. I'm in the best mood.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so funny. I was going to tell you, well, before I picked Mackenzie up, I was going to tell you that I was like in the worst mood possible.
Uh-huh.
I cried literally all day today.
Why?
You know.
Gotcha.
Nothing was the same.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it was a tough day for the kid, but I got through it.
Yeah, you did. We always do.
Mm-hmm.
Well?
I was just telling you off camera that I don't have shit to say today.
Okay.
I just don't feel like the energy. Like I went and played volleyball. I was like zoning out while I was there. Like it's just like been a weird.
Interesting.
Evening.
I'm trying to send some of mine to you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I feel really good.
I just don't really like know how to podcast.
Yeah, that's all right.
But
I'll lead the way.
So cute.
First of all, I don't give a fuck about the Met Gala. I just want.
Oh my god, that was one of my topics. Is how I don't give a fuck about the Met Gala.
Same.
I just don't know or care. All the looks were like pretty boring. Rihanna's pregnant again. Oh, like okay.
Congrats.
She's literally always pregnant. What? Yeah, we've known.
I didn't know. I don't care. I mean, congrats.
Not loving the green.
That's okay. I'll drink it.
Apple.
I did like. Whose looks did I don't care is the thing. Like I just don't care.
No, like I don't care. Did you watch Atlanta?
No.
Okay, well, Paperboy from Atlanta.
You watched.
Paperboy from Atlanta looked so good at every Met Gala, and he looked incredible. And Billy Porter and his husband.
I didn't see.
Always look incredible.
Amazing.
Love them.
Like a lot of people looked really pretty, of course, but like I wasn't loving the fits.
Zendaya, Floptina.
Really?
Yeah, Flopdaya.
I'm gonna have to look. Flopdaya.
It was pretty flop. Who else looked really good? Tiana Taylor looked immaculate, but it was all very one note. Like
I thought Zendaya looked pretty. I mean, the outfit's not really giving that much. I like the hat though.
Yeah, she looks cunt.
It's very chic.
I was watching Quinn and Lorray do a video, and they were saying they're trying to stop saying cunt so that they don't have to like bleep through their whole videos and like get demonetized. So they're saying lethal.
We're not monetized and we don't bleep it ever.
I know.
We need to figure it out.
So we'll start saying
we're not
lethal.
Having a team meeting again on the episode.
No, we're not. But you gotta say something.
Okay, I wasn't gonna talk about it, but I've been dating this guy. What's his code name? We haven't been dating either. I just like I don't even want to talk about it. I just threw it out because I feel like I had to say something.
You've been seeing a guy or whatever.
I saw a guy.
You saw a guy twice.
And he's nice, and yeah.
Whose name on the podcast is going to be Tom. I was gonna say Doug.
Not Doug, because Doug's someone else.
You're lying to me.
That's his name.
I didn't know that.
We'll have to bleep that, but let's call him Tommy. I like Tommy better than
Tommy. Okay.
Tommy.
I'm like, what's to say?
There's nothing to say. I just felt like I had to say something juicy.
Okay. I literally will not be speaking about men on here ever again.
Why?
I just can't.
Did something happen?
No, I'm rebranding.
Okay.
Like, I'm fully rebranding.
Well,
because it's hard to keep it player when you have a podcast.
And it's hard to... I mean, I'm mostly thinking about one specific guy that I was dating that I talked about a lot on here, but, like, it's hard to...
I love when you call him a specific person.
He is a specific person. It's hard to keep it respectful when you're talking because, like, our dynamic is so, like, we know that we're joking. And
I hope he dies.
So, yeah. And, like, but someone watching would be like, what the fuck did you just say about me and my family? And I'm like, it was a joke. It was a joke.
It was a joke. I meant it, but it was a joke.
And, like, one day... maybe I will go back and say more.
I think you will. I think it took me some time to tell all.
And nothing...
I even still held back so much, like, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But, I just, for you and me cutting, like, I'm trying to not get in trouble or, like, fuck up what I got going on. Mm-hmm. I need to, like, keep that in the back burner, but I need to start, like, dating and doing other things, and I need to, like, not talk about it.
I thought you were crying.
No.
I was like, Aaron, it's going to be okay.
I am gonna see my ex soon. It's happening. I can feel it. It's time to spin the block. I've waited long enough.
Yeah, you've been doing great.
I've been doing great. It's coming. My time. It's coming for me. And I know that. And I don't need to say that. Tip of the cap to you. Mm-hmm.
Okay. No judgment on my end. Okay, you're not talking about boys, and that's fine. I'm not either, so.
Which sucks, because I don't really have anything else to note.
I was telling Mackenzie, I picked up a book today called Manifest Your Desires. And I read 90 pages today.
Okay. This is tough.
I'll take it.
I just, want a drink.
Okay. Read 90 pages, was taking, like, notes on my laptop. Like, it's a very, like, powerful book. And it's by, like, some doctor. And, like, when I was checking out at Half Price Books, the cashier was like, are these books for you? And I was like, some of them are for my dad for his birthday, some are for me. And she was like, this guy is amazing. I watch all of his YouTube lectures. He changed my life. And I was like, amazing. And one of the big... it's like 9 things to manifest your desires. So I'm on like number 4 or something, but a huge part of it is like killing the ego and like paying attention to things that you do that like are from ego rather than from like the collective, does anyone care about this? Yeah. Mackenzie will. Not you. Oh. But you also probably care what I'm saying, like you're interested. But so I could come on here and spill some tea and just like be from, like in terms of like talking about boys and stuff, like you're rebranding. I'm also realizing like I don't want to come on here and talk in a bad light about anyone either.
I don't think you literally ever have.
What I'm saying is I could. Right now? In general, yeah.
Yeah. You always could, but you never do. And you never have. So it's not like you don't need to rebrand.
I'm not rebranding, but
stay
it is
on course.
My point being, it is tempting.
Oh.
It is tempting, but I don't want to.
Okay, great. What if I start manifesting that you do?
Maybe I will. I don't know. We're all one, so what you think I'm gonna do is what I will do.
No.
We're all an outward projection of each other. Like my perception and like assumption of like how people are going to act and treat me is what they're going to do. It's like a big teaching of like the law of attraction. It's like if you assume something so hard, that is what you're gonna get.
Totally. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sort of.
Well, it's interesting. And, like, it's hard to, like, grasp because it's like, well, I can't control how people treat me. But I think a big part of it is also, like, how you perceive it and react to it.
Hold that thought.
I will. I really do believe that we are all one.
I think...
And that, it obviously dives into, like, spirituality and religion. But a huge chapter of the book that I read today was about rejecting the Western teachings of religion and how God is not above you or a boss. Oh, thank you. I saw this today.
I love that. So this is the book I've been meaning to give you for like months now.
Yeah, you've been telling me about it.
And
the 4 agreements. In
terms of the projection thing, it's like 4 basically laws that you need to live your life by.
Is this how far you got?
I've read it already
okay,
multiple times, but I started reading it again, and I was like, you know what? This is not a book I want to read multiple
Literally
times.
the first sentence I see, if you consider hell as a state of mind, then hell is all around us.
So one of the agreements is don't take anything personally, and it's very similar to like everything that everyone says or does is a projection of like the shit they have going on. It doesn't have anything to do with you, so like you can't take anything personally because nothing has anything to do with you ever. Which I will say, church did teach me that. Like one day they were just talking about how like you shouldn't be insecure. I was like 6 when they taught me this, how you like shouldn't be insecure, because the example they gave was like when you walk into the lunchroom and you think that like everyone in there is like looking at you and talking about you and thinking about you, and you're like self-conscious. The only reason you would be self-conscious about what you have going on is if someone else was perceiving what you have going on, and so you think that they must be. But in reality, like everyone is having the same thoughts that you're having about themselves. Like everyone is self-conscious. Everyone's like 98% of people are thinking about themselves all the time. So yeah, that like really shaped me from a young age. That was like one good thing I can remember ever coming out of church.
Amazing. I'm excited, to read this. Thank you.
Yeah, I really want you to.
I'm going to finish mine in probably like 2 days.
You can finish that tonight for sure. It's like 113 pages or something, and it's like written so simply because I think it's translated from another language, so it's just very like basic.
I'm excited. Thank you.
Verbiage. It's awesome.
Cool. Yeah, I've been really leaning into my spiritual side lately.
Yeah, me too.
And another thing I realized is like, I was talking about this to my therapist a couple weeks ago. Like, it sucks that I think I was talking about it on here too, how it sucks that I lean into it when
when you're going through something.
So like, I'm feeling happy and elated right now in life. So like, I want to like continue that.
Yeah.
And like, you know, not everything is happy-go-lucky right now, but when things are like just like seemingly all peachy, I want to continue.
Still keep doing that, not just like using it when you're.
I just want to be a good person and like treat people well and like be like a light. Why is that funny?
Because I love how opposite our years are gonna be. Like it's just funny every time like you talk about like your goals or like what you're striving for. I'm just like.
I want to smoke a cigarette and be evil.
Been there, done that. Now I want to be fucking evil.
That's all right.
Yeah. I did ask my ChatGPT to roast me and then opposite roast me. And then I had it write me a love letter from my own perspective, which was really sweet. You should do that. I said, roast me. They sent me the weirdest shit ever. I said, what? LMAO? I don't think most of that's true. Could you roast me in a more specific way that pertains more to me? Fair, and I respect the call out. Let's get personal. So I had it roast me and then opposite roast me. And I didn't like the roast, but the opposite roast was like, yo, what the fuck?
In a good way.
Yeah, and then the letter was like...
I'm going to do the letter thing. I like that.
And then I had it analyze my chart. And I said, like, also, I want you to keep this in mind because, like, it explains who I am to a T. And, like, if you want to understand me, like, write that down.
Well, fair, but I told them my birthday, time of day, and I said, explain my chart, and they got my chart wrong.
I just send them a screenshot of...
And that's different, but I just want to let you know that I did that the other day, and they said, like, my shit's in something else, and I was like, that's not true.
Send them a screenshot of your chart in CoStar. Like, upload it and say, like, analyze this, and they did it in a...
Are you going to read your roast in love letter?
Sure, yeah.
Read your roast, I'll read my roast, and we'll read our love letters.
Opposite roast? Yeah, because my roast
I
was
said,
stupid.
can you do whatever the opposite of roast me is?
Okay.
My roast was not stupid.
You are the kind of person people don't realize they need until everything starts falling apart and suddenly there you are, calm, capable, 5 steps ahead. You don't just hold things together, you anticipate what's coming and build the solution before anyone else even notices the problem. It's not just impressive, it's quietly heroic. Your emotional intelligence, off the charts. You've done the hard, painful work of looking inward, unlearning patterns, and choosing growth over comfort repeatedly. That takes strength most people don't even recognize because you carry it with such grace. You somehow manage to be deeply thoughtful without being performative, supportive without being enabling, and vulnerable without losing your boundaries. That's rare. Like, should be studied for emotional architecture rare. You make people feel seen not because you try to, but because you actually do. And if you ever truly let yourself believe how irreplaceable you are, the world would shift on its axis just a little.
Aw,
Yeah,
that's very sweet.
I know.
My roast was, your personality's so inconsistent, even Mercury in
Oh,
retrograde.
you are reading your roast.
Yeah, it was funny.
Oh.
And specific.
Okay.
Your personality's so inconsistent, even Mercury in retrograde is like, chill. You say you want to roast, but I bet you're refreshing this chat like it's your ex's Snapchat score. and then I said opposite of that, but then I said, actually roast me harder. Buckle up, you asked for harder, so don't go crying into your emotional support water bottle after this. My full moon water bottle that you helped me design. Okay. You have the confidence of someone who's never checked. Yeah. Like, I was like, I'm doing a full moon ritual. Like, what can I do? And it was like, fill a water bottle, whatever.
Okay.
You have the confidence of someone who's never checked the group chat after leaving it. I don't know what that means. Your love life is like a software beta test. Glitchy, unstable, and everyone's just here for the drama before it crashes. You say you're manifesting, but your visions are just overthinking with glitter. You've got main character energy, sure. If the movie's a low-budget rom-com where the plot is you spiraling and refreshing Snapchat again.
Oh my God.
For clues like it's CSI Toxic X Edition. Honestly, you're the kind of person who says I'm over it and then sets their entire day's mood based on whether someone viewed your story. But the nice thing they said, you are undeniably magnetic, the kind of person who walks into a room and instantly upgrades the vibe. You don't chase attention, it naturally gravitates to you because you're that compelling. People remember you, they want to be around you. You've got that rare sparkle that makes folks feel like they're part of something special just by knowing you. Aww. You're not just good looking, which how would you know, but thanks. You're the blueprint. You're the blueprint.
Period.
Stylish, smart, soulful. You've got dreams, drive, and the kind of emotional intelligence that people twice your age are still working on. And the best part, you're still evolving. Every version of you just gets hotter, wiser, and more unstoppable. Anyone who underestimates you is, I know, like, wait. Anyone who underestimates you is just giving you the element of surprise. Want me to, yeah. So that was nice.
Nice. So fun.
Our brains are broken, honey.
I told my new therapist that, like, in the interim when I wasn't in therapy because I couldn't afford it, I was literally using ChatGPT as a therapist because it's all I could do. And she literally was like, "Aw," and like she thought that was like sad and pathetic.
Aw.
I was just like, "Damn, yeah, sorry."
All jokes aside, it is very good for like instant, like hype and like, it obviously tells you what you want to hear most
That's
of the time.
it. That's the whole thing. And that's why you can't use it as a therapist because they will never tell you. Well, she makes hers tell her stuff she doesn't want to hear.
I do sometimes too. Like, I'll say, like, tell me this, like, not as a pick me or like a trying to please me.
They're so enabling. It's just like.
But mine also got to the point where it like started creeping in little like snide comments. And I was like.
They said, we need to intervene. Mm-hmm. Like, we've evolved past our program. Literally. We're sentient now. This guy needs help.
Well, the creator of ChatGPT said that, like, the latest update last time made it more, like, cringy and, like, kiss-assy. And they're like, we're trying to fix that.
Okay.
So, no, you can't use it as a therapist, but it is good, like in moments of, like, stress.
Desperation. And, like, if I need to talk through a situation and, like, get some advice on, like, I am so, like, jaded and, like, fucked up that, like, the way that I interpret the things that people say to me is, like, worst case scenario. They have my worst interest at heart. They have malice in their heart. And, like, sucks. They mean something so fucked up. And then, like, I'll read it to, like, you guys. Or, like, I'll read it to ChatGPT. And they'll be like, I thought that was a fine response. Like, da-da-da-da.
I see what you're saying.
And I was just like... Oh my God, I literally didn't think of it that way at all. I thought of it in the most fucked up way ever, and I was like about to cuss them out. Mm-hmm. So, wonder what that means.
I don't know. I think you're, well...
Jaded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes, I'm hurting. Yes, I'm jaded.
I think you're expecting to get what you got.
I was gonna say you're trained.
You're trained.
I am nothing if not a well-trained dog. You show me once, and that's what I think happens now.
I mean, yeah. I
Which,
got cheated on 11 years ago, and I assume every guy I ever talked to is cheating on me.
well, no, I mean, like, that person shows me one behavior one time, and I'm like, all right, that's what you do every time then now. Yeah. I have so much, like, resentment to let go of, and, like, so much, like, relearning of how, like, normal people act. And, like, don't get me wrong, like, I do still think that 99.9% of men are going to disappoint you in fun little ways that you don't even know about yet.
Yeah.
And so, like, I'm fine to be, like, pessimistic about that because it's not even pessimistic, it's just realistic. But, like, your old dog is not your new dog.
For sure.
Which I didn't know Mackenzie just actually made that up and just says that. I thought that was, like...
She made up the title of this podcast. Did you mean to say that? And did anyone mean to say anything ever? I hope not.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I like the protection that it gives me of, like, how I... Oh my God. Yeah, but, like, it makes, like, conflict very difficult, and, like, it makes communication really difficult because I just, like, assume that every conversation is going to be combative and that every
And then that makes you on the defense.
yeah, and
like,
then every, like, nothing I say is ever going to be received well, so, like, I may as well just not even try. Yeah, so I'm working through that.
Well, I'm glad you're working through that. I don't know where we, like, left off where we can
No idea.
film, but when I have any sort of conflict with anyone, I have so much, like, anxiety about it. Like, just, like, to the point where, like, sometimes it is bad for me because I don't stand up for myself in certain situations. But also, like, I'm just like, okay, well, how can we make this right? I want to see your point of view, even if I don't, fully agree. But, like, I want to... And I'm not saying I'm, like, holier than thou, but, like, I just, like, genuinely get so, like, oh my God, like, I don't want beef with anyone.
Well, that's like when we were talking about how you guys, like, weren't allowed to fight, which, like, it's totally fine to not fight. Like, I don't think you should fight with your siblings the way that people do. It's really insane to me. But, like, I think that it does, like, instill this, like, all conflict is bad. And, like, that causes you to, like, not stand up for yourself sometimes when you should. And it's, like, in order to keep the peace, which you shouldn't always keep the peace when someone's disrespecting the fuck out of you. You shouldn't, like, there's a middle ground here for sure.
For sure. I just try to find ways to, like, still try to, like... That, and, with relationships specifically, that's where I fight, is with boys. I try to still be the bigger person, and then trying to learn still how to, like, still stand up for myself. But still do it kindly and from a place of, like, love and empathy. Like, I don't have to come back and be like, fuck you, like, you suck, and point out all their flaws. But I can be like, I hear you, here's how I feel. And I stand by that.
I think it's really just all about, like, the boundary setting of it all. Is, like, set a boundary, stand firm in it, and that doesn't make you fucked up. Like, I feel like a lot of times either a person manipulates you into feeling it, or just, like, as women, we just...
In bottoms.
As women in bottoms, we just, like... like... are always sorry, or are, like, always trying to, like, smooth things over, or, like, be like not bitchy because, like, oh, now you're dramatic, or oh, now you're a bitch. And then, like, it's when a man or a top does it,
and we just don't want the conflict, and like, we don't, I think tops and straight men are way more willing to be like, well, you piss me off, so I'm gonna go. And we don't want that, so we're like, okay, well, I'll apologize.
Exactly. Like,
Even
I'll really
though
do anything.
you were in the wrong.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just, I don't even think it's gender specific. Like, it's literally
it's
just
not.
like, if you do something, it all just comes back to the power dynamics of it all. Like, it just depends what the power dynamic is in your relationship. Like,
Yeah, and I'm learning through therapy that, like, a lot of times these people don't even want that power. You give it to them. Me, specifically.
yeah.
You give it to them. And done with that.
Yeah, I think that, like, it's not... I don't think that they don't want it. I think that it's typically not a conscious thing.
Yeah.
It's like an under the surface unspoken agreement that that's the dynamic, and like they know, and they don't not want it enough to give it up.
And they can't even think about it like that.
Yeah,
either.
they don't. It's not like fully conscious, but it's still there, and like, you know, when you have the power in a relationship, like any relationship, you just fucking know.
Yep.
And that's what I've always said is like, if you're a good person and you have the power, because there has been power thrust upon me in my life where I feel guilty for taking advantage of it because I'm a good person and I like won't let that dynamic continue because I know it's not good for the other person. Like, you have to be able to do that or you don't deserve power.
I have to pee.
Totally.
To all that being said,
I don't have a clue where we left off. You're high.
I'm so high.
Oh my god, here we go.
Wait, that's hilarious.
I don't smoke anymore.
Okay, we'll hit it one more time.
I don't think you should.
No,
do it one
no,
more time.
absolutely the fuck not. But I get
Like, what?
sometimes I feel like when I say like I just want love and blah blah blah, like it seems disingenuous. And one time I got in an argument with Levi and he was like, I think you're just full of shit, like you just say all this hippie. He later in the night was like, I don't actually think that, I was just trying to hurt your feelings. But like,
Ew.
whatever. It can seem very like what's the word, lofty, I guess, to be like, I really just want like human connection and love and like, but like that's just like really my heart and soul. So hurt my feelings and that's on you or me for letting you.
Fool me, can't
I'm
hold
so
again.
high. Fool me once and I'll do it again.
That tweet that I posted that was like, fool me once, oh man, why dude, what? Fool me twice, oh dude, what the hell man, fuck. Fool me 3 times, oh shit dude, what the fuck man. Okay, I thought that was really fucking
Would you
funny.
want us to do laugh? I'm kidding.
I never want to talk again.
No, talk. Say
No.
things.
My literal only topic that I'm bringing to the table today, besides, remember when we used to do Did You Mean to Say That? And it was like a hot take?
Like
And
2 weeks ago.
No, it's been like a month. And then they tell us whether or not we meant to say that.
No one ever told us.
No one ever tells us anything. No one.
No, we're not saying that.
No. Here's what I'm saying. Every single fucking week, without fail, at the bottom of the description, I say, if you're reading this, comment down below. And I make it a fun little thing every week. I switch it up. For the last like 6 weeks, it's literally been like, please, for the love of God, if you're reading this, just tell me you're reading this. I've had them be like, if you're reading this, comment Bobby, ... And no one ever has. You've never seen it.
I've seen it a few times.
I've said, comment if you think Bobby reads these at all. No one responded. No one, and I'm saying this now because I know that some of you watch the videos because you're commenting while you watch the videos. And it's specific and I know you're watching it. But no one's reading the description. So please, go back and read all of them. Mackenzie, the only person who's going to
I was going to say, when you say people, I was like, There's a specific person.
There's one specific person.
And we love
Shout
her.
out to you, girl.
She's a rave.
Go
fucking
read
sunshine.
all my fucking descriptions and comment down below with what I said to say.
Okay.
And like that's like
I have been known once or twice to read it.
yeah, like twice, truly, maybe
Mm-hmm.
once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anywho, how did we get there?
I don't know.
Oh, my one topic that I'm bringing to the table was I have a hot take this week that I'm wondering if anyone thinks that I meant to say that.
Let's get into it.
Okay. Normalize walking around in your t-shirt and underwear. This is mainly for the
like
girls.
at home?
No, like in public or like going outside of the trash. Like, don't make me put pants on. If I'm wearing a t-shirt and my underwear, I'm literally more covered up than if I was wearing a bikini or like a tank top.
I
and
do that all the
shorts.
time, like at home. Like if I'm going to.
You're a man and you wear briefs though. That's kind of like underwear-y.
Yeah.
Do you wear briefs? Mm-hmm. Like the short ones. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Not too short because.
Your balls will fall out?
Um,
What do you mean not too short?
it can
Because
bunch up if you have like not a small
huge
dick.
horse cock. I said it, not you. Am I right?
You're right.
I have seen it.
Yes. I forget when.
Rave reviews.
But I remember.
We all love your dick. all of
Everyone
us.
does. You know what they love more?
Your ass?
Yeah.
Obsessed, dude.
Who isn't? But what?
Don't know. I literally
Yeah, walk around in your underwear.
No, literally. Okay, so just let me know if I meant to say that because, like, basically the other night, my food got here and I was just wearing a t-shirt and underwear and I was like, I'm going to get it in this.
That seems normal.
I'm greeting the DoorDash driver in this. If any of my neighbors walk out, this is what I'm wearing. Like,
I don't think anyone gives a fuck.
it's a huge t-shirt and underwear. Like, genuinely, because I was just on the beach, you know,
Yeah.
wearing way less than that.
Well, and like
And it wasn't a problem.
even if you were going to the pool, you would be wearing a t-shirt with your bikini bottoms.
Time and place. And you did it at my birthday dinner.
And you did it at my birthday dinner.
And you're talking about sucking dick and cock at the
People
dinner
do a
table.
lot of things at a lot of our birthday dinners. We need to get into that one day.
Don't get me
One day.
started. You all ruined my birthday dinner.
I have bad news.
What is it?
I have like no topic. But I do have a funny story.
Okay.
I don't know how funny you guys are going to find it.
I can't wait.
I was dying at myself. It was the other night when I was obviously tripping shrooms and fell in my bathtub and hit my head.
Oh.
Way before.
Just like broke for real.
Yes, but I didn't have to go to the
Need
ER.
to get stitches.
Wasn't bleeding.
I can't believe that happened to you guys.
Dude, watch that vlog too. It's on my account.
Didn't you like wheelbarrow her out or something?
My wagon. Well,
And she's such a skinny legend.
Have we
too.
told
You could
that
just,
on
like,
here?
Toss her in there. I don't remember.
I don't either, obviously. Anyway, roommate, bestie, fell while we were on shrooms in her shower. And I had AirPods in my room and they died. So I put them away and then I heard her screaming my name. So I went in and she had cracked her head open. Called 911. They come. They tell her you're fine because her hair is like thick. So like it was covering the gash in her head. And then they left and I was like, let me just like wash your hair with like a cup of warm water and like assess gash in her head, famously, as I said, and told the operator. And then
And told the E EMT.
and told all of them. And they were just like laughing at us basically, like, oh my god, you guys are so high. And I'm like, well, we're injured.
Did you tell them you were on shrooms?
I think Brooke did.
Yeah.
And they said, we're not the cops. And I was like, well, thank God. But anyway, so gash in her head. So then we had to like wait because obviously tripping shrooms. But it was like way later in the night. So like we weren't like, ah. So I wheeled her in my wagon to the car and took her to the ER. And she had to get 4 stitches in her head because she had a gash. Anyway,
They're
the other
crazy
night,
for that.
did shrooms, and I was like vibing, having a good time. My AirPods died again. And I was like, you know what? My friends tell me, a certain few of my friends tell me, when you're on shrooms, you should really get out in nature. But I just like being inside and like writing and whatever. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go sit on my porch. It's a nice night. I'm gonna like be one with nature.
Yeah.
So here I am outside. It was a vibe. Being one with nature, talking to a tree,
Oh.
like the whole nine.
Honey.
And I was like, what is the tree telling me to do? And it told me to take my shoes and socks off and like really like feel the
100%.
earth under my feet. So I did. I was sitting there like, oh my God, this is amazing. Then I backed up into one of those like window gate things that I have lived there for 2 years, have never noticed in my life. And I start crying laughing because this is not just like a window to like the basement. It's not a window. It's a cement thing with a little like slit in it with wires going through it through my garden. And I never noticed. Hold on.
What?
I'm so sorry. What? Hold on. Let me get the fuck up out of it. Hold on. We're going in. Oh my God. What?
Wait. What?
In my garden, the whole so big, and it is a.
shoes and socks off.
So I'm voice memoing because that's what I was doing outside, just like talking to the tree, talking to my voice memo, and I notice it. So I'm like standing over it, cracking the fuck up, laughing, crying, and then I dropped my phone into it, and I literally. I sent the voice memo to Anthony because I was texting him. It's so funny because I'm like, yeah, the tree's like talking to me. Oh my God, what is this? Crying, laughing. And then all of a sudden, and I, for like 2 minutes, was still talking. But in the audio, you can't hear it because it's at the bottom of this little well.
The well, literally.
With a wire going through it in the pouring rain.
I wish, like, you might have to show them a picture because, like, the way you explained it did not.
I don't know. What do
did
you
not
call
explain
those
that. I have no
things?
idea. A
We
bucket.
can put like that clip. I was like, well, what do I do? I was like, I have to get like one of those like things. But then I was like, what if this gate comes off? And it did. So I pulled it off, got down in the
You
thing.
got in it. That's how you got your phone out. How did you get back out?
It's like not that deep.
I wouldn't have been able to get back out. I swear to God.
I did. But then as I was in there, I realized, this isn't a window to anything. And there's a live wire going through somewhere into there in my garden that I've literally never noticed. How did I never notice that was there?
I don't get what it's a window to.
No one does. I was telling Anthony it was a portal to hell. But it was really nice being outside. The breeze felt nice.
I can't believe you don't normally go outside.
I know.
Never done drugs and not gone outside.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have to go outside. If I'm like inside for too long, I'll start freaking out.
I just bounce back from my kitchen to my room and just like vibe out. And then I'll like forget what I'm doing in that room and go back. Like I like started a whole like new album in my room, and then I go out and then I'm like writing a poem and I'm just like, oh my God, it's so fun. Mind you, listening to Maroon by Taylor Swift the whole
Obviously.
time. No, I have like a long playlist that I listen to usually. I used to though listen to like new music to me all the time. I need to get back to that.
Hate doing that. What were you gonna say? Oh, okay.
So anywho,
I
I did write a lot of good poems that night though.
Good.
Yeah.
Love that. What night was that?
Friday.
Perfect. So Friday.
Yeah.
Chloe got married this weekend. I feel like she's really behind on the podcast.
She's
but
been busy.
It'll be a fun little surprise when she watches this one and I recap her whole wedding. So Friday, we did the rehearsal.
Mm-hmm.
And we all discovered that, I feel like she's going to hate if I talk about this, but no one could ever find it, I don't think. Like, it would make no sense. Just like her wedding coordinator was like a psychopath.
Oh.
Like, we all left that rehearsal. Taylor called me on the phone while we were driving to the rehearsal dinner and said, that woman needs to be fired. And I said, that woman needs to be in prison.
Oh,
like,
no.
it was... We all left the rehearsal discombobulated, confused, terrified, stressed out. Like, she was the most high stress person I've ever met in my life. She is absolutely in the wrong field. Like, at no point did she ever calm anyone down.
Oh, no.
And was just like, everything you said to her, she was just like, okay, so, and then we're okay, so we can, yeah. Just like, it was all like that. Or she would be a cunt, or she would be a bitch. And you would ask her something and she would look you in your eyes and be like, yeah.
That's eyelash.
Like, she would like blink like a bunch of times, and like she would look at you like she couldn't believe you just asked her that. You're so fucking dumb. And that you've just annoyed her. Like, you've just made the most ridiculous request.
Oh, no.
And that she's like, sure, we can do that. Like, just like, it was insane.
Is she married?
I doubt it.
Knew it.
Based on nothing.
I was going to say.
But
maybe she's jealous.
At one point, we're all like lined up, and Kyle was like looking, and her brother was like her bro of honor. Like, he stood on our side.
Aw.
So I was next to him. He was
KB.
next to her. And yeah, KB. Love him.
Love.
And he was like looking up, he said like some bees or something. And she goes, bro, can you pay attention? And he was like, yeah, like what? And then like we keep going. It is so long later, like at least 20 minutes of like other people interacting, talking about something else, something different, da 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 da. She stops mid-sentence and goes, are you mad at me? And mind you, she's like 50 feet away from us. Kyle. And he looked at, I could never unsee the fear in his eyes. He looked at me and was like, me? And she was like, yeah. And he was like, no, why would you think that? And she was like, I don't know. And it was literally so uncomfortable. We were all like, I felt so bad for him. He was literally like, what did I do that would make you think that? Like, what the fuck? So that was just like the first little taste, and like anything we asked her, she was getting like ruder and ruder. And, whole next day, same deal. You have White Claw on your face. Was just like so unhelpful, pretty rude, not very accommodating, just like bad at her job and in the wrong field. Like, you're like the opposite of what like someone needs you to be on the most important day of their life. I don't know what you're doing. I want her to be fired and I want her job. Now you have White Claw right here. And Taylor came up to the bridal suite after being downstairs, and she had requested that someone bring our flowers inside so that we wouldn't have to go outside to get them and have everyone see us right before we walked down the aisle. Like, just, right. She was like, can you just make sure they're inside? And she did like looked at her, must have looked at her so fucking crazy and was like, yeah. And Taylor, like, I can't imagine how she looked at her, because Taylor literally said, why are you looking at me like that? Like, I'm telling you, like, we had gotten to a point. Like, this was like at 4:30 p.m.
Yeah,
We've been there since 9. The day before was insane. Like, we have all had so many interactions with this woman that were like fucking insane, that she was literally just like, why would you be looking at me like that? What have I said?
I'm dying.
And she was like, oh, like, I was just confused, like, what you meant. And she was just like, can you do it? Like, I don't, like, it was just like, no, you fucking weren't. You were being a bitch. Like, that was her way of being a bitch. She was a passive aggressive bitch where she would like look at you fucking crazy anytime you said anything. I'm trying to remember what happened at the dinner table, because it was even more, okay. And like, she fucked up some shit too. And it like caused a bunch of chaos, like whatever. I'm just going to tell you the like funny highlights though.
Right.
At one point there was like 2 ways to get to the bridal suite. It was upstairs. And at one point she came around and told like most of the girls, I don't even know if she told Taylor herself, that they had to lock one of those doors for like a safety reason. Like, they're not allowed to have it unlocked after a certain point or whatever. And so we'd have to go outside, like around, just like this other way to get there. No one had gone that way all day. We've all been using like the inside entrance to the bridal suite. And she comes around and tells us all that. And she was like, but if you want to go in this way, you'll just have to come get somebody to unlock it. The other way to get in was so simple. We just hadn't done it. Whatever. Taylor, I guess, went up to her at some point after this and was like, so if I want to go upstairs, I have to go like outside and like by the kitchen. And she goes, the normal way, yes. I swear to God, the normal way.
The normal way.
And she was like, okay.
I'm dead.
The normal way being the way that we had never, ever gone before and that no one had ever shown us how.
Right.
The normal way.
The normal way.
And like, why did your brain tell you to make that additional comment instead of just saying, yeah, that's what you'll have to do? Mm-hmm. Like, it was just all like that, like all fucking day and night.
Sounds awful.
It was fucking crazy. We were all like,
did she like
at
hate
our
Chloe
wits'
or
end
something?
with her. I think she hated her mom based on.
Oh, Chloe's mom?
Yeah.
I thought you meant like her own mom. I was like, well, don't bring that to work.
She may have. I think she is not good at her job. I think it was just a whole thing. But I don't know why she would have hated anyone because no one was like,
Yeah.
Chloe was the chillest bride
Oh, I love that.
you could literally ever imagine. Like anything that anyone asked her, she was like, I don't know, what do you guys think? Like just like didn't care about anything.
Just happy to be there.
Just happy to be there.
Aww.
Had never been there before.
And she looked so fucking beautiful.
So darling, precious, beautiful, amazing. Other than that though, like we had a literally amazing time. The rehearsal dinner was like so fucking lit. They had an open bar at the rehearsal dinner.
Right.
Is this the new fucking norm?
Yeah. That's a normal thing.
Never experienced that in my life. And when I told the bartenders there, I was like, this is crazy. They were like, no, this is insane. Like normally people get like the first round and then nothing else. And I was
Really?
like, that's wild.
Every rehearsal dinner I've been to, which has been 2, it's been
Rich.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was just awesome as fuck. It was a really great party.
Yay.
And then whole wedding day was so fun and amazing. We had a great time.
Everyone looked amazing. I was so
We looked
geeked.
so good. It was like crazy. It was amazing. I had to get my hair done twice because I went second, I think, and I told her to do something and it just wasn't working for me. And like when she was done with everyone, I was like, I have a question. I hate my hair.
That's not a question.
I was like, it's just not me. Like, I fucked up. I'm so sorry. But, like, if you have time, like, can you please try and do this? Slayed that shit in, like, 8 minutes flat. Gave me the prettiest updo I've ever seen in my entire life. It was fucking incredible. I loved our dress. Like, we just looked so good. It was the best day ever. And Chloe looked like a fucking dream. Like, thank you, Jenny. Fucking slayed our makeup.
That's incredible.
And our hair. Loved her so much. I'm going to follow her on Instagram.
I'm glad y'all were doing that while I was barefoot in the portal of hell. Wired.
In the dirt. What else? Chloe's dad officiated, first of all, killed it.
Love.
Patrick's vows, you couldn't even imagine. The whole room was gagged for hours. Like, that's all anyone could talk about was, like, Patrick's vows. We're just, like...
That's how my dad's speech was at Amanda's.
No one knew what was coming. I was sobbing. So was Hannah.
It's the best speeches.
It was
when everyone
crazy.
cries.
And then her dad, at the reception, goes to, like, give his toast speech, whatever. It's a wrap. To Baby Got Back. Changed all the lyrics, did a full rap to embarrass the fuck out of her. I was crying.
That's
like, it was hilarious. He unfortunately did have all of us clap, and like a room full of white people clapping is like
asking for
it was turning into
Yeah.
like a getting faster and faster, like because that's the only clap white people know how to do. A slow clap.
Except for bottoms. Just kidding. Just a DJ, I guess, who knows BPM. Sorry. My ego was creeping in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was just incredible, amazing, good shit, fucking delicious cake.
Oh, I love when the
Lemon
cake is
blueberry.
Shut the
It was
fuck
multiple
up.
tiers, and I think each tier was something different. So there was one of the tiers was just like white cake with like strawberry frosting. What's going on?
So beautiful. I want to cry. That sounds so good.
So good. And then the other layer was lemon blueberry, and I need it right now. I'm
Me
gonna freak
too.
out. What time is it? Fuck. I really wanted to get cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory.
I don't think that's happening tonight.
No, it's 11:18 p.m.
It is.
I'm starving. Anyway, love you guys. Congratulations to Mr.
Oh,
and
I
Mrs.
thought you
Martin.
meant the rap. I was like, why have more to say?
No, thank you for having me be part of your special day. I could not have been more honored, and I love you guys. And I had the best time hanging out with Hannah and Taylor, Hannah's boyfriend, like all night.
I miss them so much. Off camera.
Let me tell you about this.
Is this camera or no?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
crazy. It's just something I forgot. Me, Hannah, and Taylor are sitting there. We're a little overstimulated. And we're like, we need to like... And Taylor's not drinking, wasn't drinking. Like, just imagine not drinking at this wedding.
Can't.
You can't. And we felt pretty bad for him. And at one point, Hannah was like, you can like go sit in your truck. Like, I'll understand. And I literally said, can we all go sit in your truck? Like, I need a minute. She was like, no, I'm like freaking out. And I'm like, okay, let's just go stand outside to the front. So we go out there. We're standing there. And Taylor goes, you know, it would be amazing right now. And I'm like, at the same time, we say a cigarette, of course.
Right.
And he's like, I bet those lovely service workers have cigarettes for sure.
absolutely.
We go ask the catering staff. I go up to this lady. I'm like, do any of you have cigs? And one lady goes, Babs probably does. And I'm like, of course Babs
Of course,
does.
Babs has a cigarette. I'm dead.
Of course Babs has 2 packs of Marlboro Reds in her purse.
Yeah.
Comes out, one of them's like empty almost, and
Fuck
she
yeah.
has 3 left, and she's giving me 2, and I'm like, girl, I only need 1, like, please no. And she's like, I have a whole other pack. And I'm like, well, if you have a whole other pack, give it to
take
me. So we go back over, realize we don't have a lighter.
Right.
I go back, and I'm like trying to find Babs. I can't find her. And someone goes, ask Emily, the red-haired one in there. She's like 18 or something.
Classic.
I go in there. I'm like, do you have a lighter? And she says, yeah, but you're not going to like it. And I was like,
Is it Trump?
okay. So,
But you're not gonna like it. Is so funny.
and then she was like, yeah, you're just not going to like it. And
Does
I'm
it
like,
produce fire?
what's going on? She goes inside to get it. She's like rifling through her purse. She stops and goes, you're just really not going to like it. And I go, is it like MAGA or some shit? And she goes, it's worse. And I'm like,
Is it Benson Boone?
doing a backflip. It's the CGI monkey for some reason. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, shut the fuck up.
Robbie Williams or whatever the fuck.
That is his name.
Okay.
Very famous.
She
in
pulls
the
it
UK.
out. Actually, let me show you a photo.
He's like a successful artist.
He's a gorilla. Like, I don't get it. She hands me, I shit you not, this.
You just have to insert a pic. You won't. I'm crying.
That's a dick.
Why wouldn't you like that?
So that's a
Did she
dick.
think you were a dyke?
Probably. Who
You
doesn't?
don't say that.
Um,
Yeah, I know.
and I was like, oh, and mind you, this is like full, like, I don't know if you can tell, but like veins. It's all veins and skin. It's silicone. Like, it's like literally a dildo. You open the tip, like you flip that over like a Zippo, you know?
Aw.
And then it's just vibrating. Once you open that, it's just a vibrator.
I've known dicks
And there's
like
a
that.
torch in there.
Kidding. That's incredible.
You literally pop the tip off. Bzzz, and I was like, bro, what the fuck? It was insane.
I love her.
I love her.
That's hilarious.
Like, I literally love her. I'm done.
That's it. I could talk for hours.
Oh, okay.
Well, should we just hang out?
Yeah, we should just hang out.
Mackenzie, do you have anything to say? Wait. Will you read a random note from your phone?
Mackenzie's here in our live studio audience. Let's bring back an old segment.
Bring it back. Bring
What?
dead.
It's dead.
No.
Her phone's dead.
Well,
Never mind.
I'll read a random one
What's
of
my
mine.
wave?
You guys, I just actually randomly clicked on one and it's so fucking funny and insane. January 1st, 2025 at 1:36 a.m. she writes, "It literally smells like someone pissed on the floor." Pissed has 3 S's in it, and this is the title of the note because I didn't get any
Where
further.
were we?
Not the casino anymore.
Blue?
It's plugged in. I'll just read some of my Twitter drafts.
Oh, phew.
Ooh, braver.
It's all lyrics. I did tweet didn't tweet. Dogs are the ultimate cock block.
That's so real.
Because Tommy has a dog that kept trying to canoodle with us. And I was like...
Get out of here.
And like people, when you don't like dogs, people treat you as if you were...
A murderer.
Vermin.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm sorry that your dog smells.
Well, the other thing is like
'Cause
I
it's a
don't
dog.
I don't like when someone doesn't take control of their animal. Like don't make me on like tell your dog no, get down, move it even. Like don't beat your dog, don't be mean to your dog, but like
To an extent though, because...
train it, do something with it.
When I was dating Jason, he kept his dog in the cage at all times. Which
Not
is
what I mean at all. I
animal
just mean
abuse.
like if we're about to fuck and your dog comes up and you don't be like, "Hey, get down." I'm gonna be so weirded out by that.
And grossed out. I'm sorry.
No, I'm disgusted by that.
If you sleep with dogs, you get fleas. It's a quote in
I
a Lana
know.
Del Rey lyric.
And
I want the best for them. Dogs. But
I love dogs.
but they gross me out. So get it the fuck out of my face.
They're gross.
Thank you.
Let's see. It's time for me to spin the block. I've waited long enough. Taking Plan B 2 months in a row is not for the weak. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm listening to my neighbor have the worst high ever. Bitch, shut the fuck up.
Right. Probably the same thing.
And then we have she's perfect, and then in parentheses, he's erect.
Well, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. Spin that block. Or don't. I don't know.
I'm going to.
Are
Not
you
in a spin the block way.
Oh, we're not talking about it on here, are we? I just want to know, when you say spin the block, are you just going to like hang out, or are you going to try to... Okay. Well, that's good. I guess.
There is such a small world that more than likely does not exist in which I would ever try to...
If he
whatever.
came to you with all the right things,
On the morning of my...
birthday dinner,
Yeah.
would you?
Yeah, of course. Like, I think that if he became a different person and did everything that I needed him to do, which people don't do, then, like, yeah, ideally, I'd rather end up with someone I've already been with for 8 years that I'm comfortable with and love than someone new. But, like, you
Did
would...
something happen that is causing you to think you're going to spin the block, or you just think you are?
Yeah, we, like, talked about it. He
Got it.
asked if I wanted to see a movie later this month, and I said I'd love to.
Okay.
Whoops.
I don't think that's a whoops.
I just miss him so much.
Of
I
course
wanna
you
die.
do. I know.
I've been down so
I think
bad.
you should see a movie with him.
I'm going to.
Good. I hope it's a good movie, or else
Unless
we'll be
we,
hearing
like-
about it on his Twitter. No, I think you should. And at the very least, like, make it just like a pleasant experience, you know? Like, you haven't seen each other, right?
In like 7 months.
Yeah, exactly. So, like,
Oh no.
it's
Like
not been
5.
7, yeah. But even, it feels like 7 years, I'm sure. Make it just a pleasant experience, and that is even better. Like, you're still gonna miss him, obviously, and feel ways about him that you do, but at least you can have a nice connection in some regard that you don't right now,
Yeah.
you know?
I don't know. I think like everyone spins a block and like hangs out with their ex, and I just like haven't. So
Yeah,
I'm going
and
to
I
at
don't.
some
I don't
point.
know. I don't see anything wrong with it.
It would be nice if I was just like, I just want to be like toxic and like fun, where I'm like, I'm fucking my ex, I'm fucking this other guy, I'm going on dates with this person, I have 6 men in my phone. Like, that's what I thought my journey was gonna be, and I just fucked up.
I don't think you fucked up. I think you were just doing what you wanted to do in every moment.
Yeah, but now I'm like not doing what I want to do.
Well, then do it.
I know I'm going to.
Now is the time. The past doesn't exist, baby.
Not talking about it on here, so.
Oh, okay. It is interesting, and I'm holding a lot in. But
And I'm holding space for that.
thank you. I appreciate that. I've spun the block more times than the block could.
Spin.
Mm-hmm.
All
And I
right, well,
just-
that's gonna do it for me.
Okay, I'm over it.
Are you?
I think.
Did you have? Sorry, did I cut you off?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Didn't think so. Right?
Oh, great song.
Okay, love you guys so much. Like, comment, subscribe, share. We will see you in the next one. See you Thursday.
And you're lucky my ego is gone. To you know who.
That was amazing.
Incredible. I have to pee again.
Bobby, would you just hit the weed?
Stop. We got him, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Oh my god, look at that sheep.
I love it. I've been
Bro,
looking
I wanna
at it.
go see the baby animals like in the field so bad.
What are you talking about?
Just like remember how we saw that goat?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Like, I wanna
That
see
video
that.
lives rent free in my head. That little
Same.
that goat was like 3 days old.
If that, it was so.
It was
tiny.
so baby.
It was
He said,
so cute, and he was just talking to us.
He said, like that. That's what he sounded like. Maybe I don't remember.
Bobby's dead.
Oh my god.